style of play going to be?
Yeah, I think that's a few people have asked me that question. I think part of that, one thing with the hiring process, it was not to just throw everything away and restart again. Okay, 2022, that's done in 2023. Again, part of the reason why I took this job, or why it appealed to me, was I thought John was a pretty good coach. I think he had a good setup. He was setting up his principals in order to be successful in 2023. Locomotive was #1 in possession in the USO at 60%. They were #1 in challenge intensity in the whole league, and #4 in PPDA, which is pressing per defensive actions. These principles are up my alley. So I think I'm aligned to the philosophy. There's obviously going to be things where I put my niche on, where I put my specialty on. I know we need to concede less goals. I would like to be a little bit more forward-thinking, more box entries, maybe a little bit quicker play to get more goal-scoring opportunities. A little bit more aggressive in the transition aspect of play. But again, we're not starting from the ground up now. It's the foundation is built. Now we got to put the molding in the windows, you know.
Just what kind of players do you want to bring onto your squad for this upcoming season?
Well, we had the announcement with Peter Petrovich last night, and that's a player I've played against in Sweden. Probably one of the best players in the second division. Big pedigree, made at Malmo. I think he was signed at 16 years old. Dynamic, goal scorer, point player, we call him. Good technical players, and I think we have that already. Now it's about, okay, do we need to add a little bit more athleticism in certain positions? Do we have to add a little bit more speed in certain areas to be more well-rounded? Those are things we're going to look at, and I think we're going to be able to answer those questions with these preseason games.
Brian, one of the things that has kind of, obviously the Locomotive's a relatively new club in this league, and one of the things that's been known for in the early onset is that some of the pillars that started this team have actually kind of stayed, and some of those, it's kind of snowballed from them. There's not a lot of turnover in this team. What are your thoughts on what it is that you do have to work with the roster right now? What can you tell us about it when you think about the players that are on it right now?
Yeah, obviously you got some mainstay pillars like Yuma, Borelli, these guys that have been part of it, of the program for extended years. And I think that